that's the seed test, it will now give you that confidence that your seed is good. Now we are on the main field. Let's not forget. Now the third, fourth day, our seeds are out. They have emerged from the ground. You now have to start managing it. If you did the land preparation method we did, which is for you to use your tractor to plow and harrow, you are not supposed to have weeds on your field. You are going to have a very beautiful bed that even human being will want to lie down on. Okay. Now, what you will now do is that when you have that beautiful bed free from weed seed, 1 week after planting, which means your seeds are all germinated now, you will now apply a herbicide which prevents weed from germinating. Personally, I have my own method and strategy of agriculture. For plants, I prefer to have a field that have no weeds than to have a field that you struggle with weeds. For animal, I prefer to raise animals that have no diseases and that is preventive production than to have run into crisis. All your animals are sick. You are now running helter-skelter looking for a veterinarian to come and help you. Okay, you will incur what we call economic losses. Okay, so the chemical here to use for our herbicide is atrazine. 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 Wettable powder. It's powdered in the sachet. Okay. When you go to any agric store and you say you're looking for atrazine, they will give you atrazine powder. Now, this atrazine, what you do is you take a tin tomato cup. You take a tin tomato cup to fetch the powder, pour it inside your knapsack sprayer, and then you apply early in the morning. Make sure you apply this before 10 a.m. in the morning when the sun will be hot. It works better when your soil is still very wet and at least after a rainfall. That is, rain fell within 2 days, then you are applying. It makes the chemical to work very well. How does this chemical work? It mats the ground. It emasculates seed, weed seed, and makes only your maize to germinate or to grow. It does not allow any other thing to grow. Only your maize and other grasses that have similar characteristics with your maize are only what will grow on the field. But when you do it properly, even other weed seed that are grasses will not even come up. So this will help you have a clean feed for 2 months. It will give you a 2 month coverage. Now, when you have a 2 month coverage, you only have extra 2 weeks for your maize to be mature. That is fresh harvesting. If you want to harvest, for example, sweet corn. So you can see one of the advantage of using this approach. Okay, we'll come back to that later. Now, if on the other hand you have weeds, maybe the tractor did not do a good job for you, what you now do is to mix a contact herbicide with the atrazine into your knapsack sprayer, so that when you spray, but this time you are not going to wait for your maize seed to germinate. You are not going to allow your maize seed to germinate before you spray. You are going to spray before the maize seed germinate, because that contact herbicide is going to kill any green thing it meets on the field. So what you are going to do is, when you plant your maize today, the following day you come and spray. That is when there are visible grasses on the field, because the tractor could not cover everything. Maybe you have overgrown grasses before you started plowing and harrowing. Okay. Now, when you do this, that's weed management for you. It's going to help you cover for 2 months. Oh, God. It's going to help you cover for 2 months. It's going to help you cover for 2 months. So 2 months of no weed is a very good one. Now, watch out for pests. Basically, the best method to control pests is preventive method. 2 weeks after planting, you will observe maybe some butterflies will start flying, grasshopper will start flying. Then you get an insecticide that can help you take care of them. What the insecticide does is to help kill all insects on the field and the other ones that may come. And there are two types of insecticide. One is a contact insecticide, the other one is a systemic insecticide. A contact insecticide is the one you spray, and when it touches any insect, it kills the insect. Usually we use this one when there is overpopulation of insect on your field. You already have heavy infestation. A lot of insects are attacking your crop. Then contact insecticide comes handy. Systemic insecticide, on the other hand, is what you spray, whether the insect is on the field or not. Whenever the insect comes to the field and touches your crop and touches them, it will kill them. Okay, it will kill them. But now this is also something. Whether it is even the smell of this chemical, this systemic insecticide, even the smell is going to help. It's like a fumigant. It's like when you spray some insecticide in your houses, you don't see the cockroach you are spraying for. You don't see the mosquito, but you only see the effect later. You only see the result because wherever they are, that insecticide will go and kill them. Okay, it will go and kill them. You can only start seeing dead insect later. So I will also advise you use those systemic insecticide. For example, um, lambda cyhalothrin, cypermethrin. These are some insecticides that you can use. Okay, now we've talked about insect. Now watch out for insect attack at least every 2 weeks. You spray. When you spray 2 weeks after germination, you spray your first insecticide. 2 weeks
We can hear you.
Someone is
Emmanuel, we can
talking.
hear you clearly. We can hear you clearly. We heard all the points you talked
Can you hear
about.
me?
Yes, we can hear you clearly. We heard all the points you talked about on the primary production. I hope you can hear me. You can hear me, right? Hello,
Okay,
Emmanuel.
yes, I can hear you. Somebody started talking. Or
Okay. No.
I can hear you. I can hear
Okay.
you.
So thank you for the points you've made so far. Very
I can hear
practical.
you.
Um, yes, Emmanuel. Thank you.
Hello.
I can hear you. I can hear you too. I can hear you too. So thank you for the points that
Okay.
you've made so far.
So
It's very
um
practical.
the final
Um, can you go to the point on the tenure it takes to plant? Can you go on the profitability, the return on investment, the export value? Um, is it a crop that it's very needed outside? Is it a crop that it's more economic for in terms of doing it as a business, commercializing it for local domestic market or for the export markets? Can you touch on those points, please? Hello, Emmanuel. Can you hear me?
okay.
Did you hear?
Let me start from duration. Duration. I'm with you. I'm with you. I got you. I got you. I
Yep.
will start with duration. Okay. Duration here simply means how long it takes for the maize to grow on the field. Now, the time it takes for your maize to get matured is a function of some factors. Number one, the variety you planted. Okay, did you plant extra early variety or late maturing variety or medium maturing variety? Okay, for extra early variety at 75 investing. For example, while for late maturing variety is 100. For you to harvest. Okay, that's for duration. Now, let's talk about profitability. Profitability of maize production. I'll just give you a rough estimate because of our time. Now, for sweet corn, the seed of sweet corn alone costs about 18 to 20,000 naira for just 250 grams. Okay, for just 250 grams, and this 250 gram should have about this 250 gram. You just use it to plant a very little portion of your field, but then it's good for you to plant 1 hectare of sweet corn. You'll be needing about 600,000 naira of seed only. That's for sweet corn now. And for sweet corn, And for sweet corn, you'll be needing not the normal 8 bags of fertilizer. You'll be needing no less than 10 to 12 bags of fertilizer of your production and the technology you are also adopting. Like I said earlier, are you making ridges or you're not making ridges? Okay. But give and take. If you are planting sweet corn, be ready to hold about 3 million naira or more for just 1 hectare, one production cycle. You hold about 3 million. Now, if you're planting normal seed, normal hybrid seed, you'll be holding around 2 million naira. You see, sweet corn is about a million naira more. But when it comes to profitability, sweet corn also gives you a lot of money. Okay. Please, I don't know if we have our calculators with us. I want us to do some math here. I just give a rough estimate of um, cost of production, say 2 million for 1 hectare normal quality seed, and then 3 million for sweet corn. Okay, now let's pick sweet corn first. Let's say on a hectare, do we remember how many stand do we say we have on one field that time? 53,333 stand per hectare, isn't it? Now, this 53,333 stand per hectare, let us have an assumption that we don't know what happened. We lost 3,333, and only 50,000 stand of sweet corn survived it to harvest. Please, let this session be interactive. How much is sweet corn in the market? Who bought sweet corn recently? How much is sweet corn? A cup of sweet corn. Are we there? Hello? 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 Yes. You said 1, 2 for just 1 cup of sweet corn. One. Okay. You see, I'm a farmer. If it is sold 1,200, if it sold 1,200 in the market, I will assume the same price. Let me sell at 500 naira. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to pick. Okay, for the purpose of this class, I'll pick three. Let me sell at 500 naira for one. Because you who wants to buy it from me to go and resell, you need to make profit. I'm already giving you a profit of 700 naira. You are making more money than me even. Can you see that? Now, let me give it to you at 500 naira. So please, let's punch our calculator. 500 naira times 50,000. What do we have? That is 50,000 stand cups of sweet corn. What do we have, please? Hello? Have anybody gotten answer? Okay. Let's not waste time. You will get 25 million. Did anybody punch calculator there? Hello? Okay. So you have 25 million. Okay. Now, have I made profit or I've made profit? Good profit. 25 million. The difference will be 22 million naira as your gross profit. 22 million. Now, is this a good business or not? That's sweet corn. Okay. But let me also give us this advice. Before you go into sweet corn production, please, very importantly, I will advise you to get a market, get an off taker. Don't just go into sweet corn production, get an off taker. You can imagine having a 25 million naira worth of corn. Or product and produce, as the case may be. And Others are selling for 1,200 per cob. And we decide to sell. We now say, okay, we are the producer. Let us do price war so that we can break into the market. Let us sell at 1,000 naira because it is no longer at the farm. We also have a brand. We have also packaged them, put label, all those stuff. Let us sell our, at my Misedi fresh vegetable store or stand, as the case may be, fresh veggies and fruit stand, just like what we have in my Tama Farmers Market. My Misedi will now open an outlet for herself. That there will be a lot of adverts, jingles. Have you tested my Misedi sweet corn? Have you tested my Misedi XYZ? Okay. Because of that, others are selling at 1-2. My Misedi now say, okay, since we also have a stand, let us sell at 1,000 naira per cob. Now, one cob, the ShopRite sells, we now say, okay, let's sell at 1,000. And on one, we have 53,333 cob.